In the last episode, Hannah poured out her anguish before the Lord and received a son. She named him Samuel and gave him back to God. The boy grew in the house of Eli, where the priesthood was failing. A prophet announced judgment. Eli's sons would die on the same day, and a faithful priest would rise to serve the Lord's anointed. Now the boy Samuel is ministering before the Lord under Eli. In those days the word of the Lord is rare. There are not many visions. Rare. The heavens have grown quiet. God speaks seldom. The lamp of prophecy flickers low in Israel. One night, Eli, whose eyes are becoming so weak that he can barely see, is lying down in his usual place. The lamp of God has not yet gone out, and Samuel is lying down in the house of the Lord, where the ark of God is. The lamp still burns. The boy sleeps near the ark. The night is still. Then the Lord calls Samuel. Samuel answers, "Here I am." He runs to Eli and says, "Here I am, you called me." But Eli says, "I did not call. Go back and lie down." So he goes and lies down. Again the Lord calls, "Samuel." Samuel gets up and goes to Eli and says, "Here I am, you called me." Eli answers, "My son, I did not call. Go back and lie down." Now Samuel does not yet know the Lord. The word of the Lord has not yet been revealed to him. He does not know. He has served in the house of God, worn the linen ephod, slept beside the ark, but he has not yet heard the voice of the Lord for himself. A third time the Lord calls, "Samuel." And Samuel gets up and goes to Eli and says, "Here I am, you called me." Then Eli realizes that the Lord is calling the boy. 3 times the voice comes. 3 times Samuel runs to Eli. On the 3rd time, the old priest understands. Eli tells Samuel, "Go and lie down, and if he calls you, say, 'Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening.'" So Samuel goes and lies down in his place. The Lord comes and stands there, calling as at the other times, "Samuel, Samuel." The Lord comes and stands, not merely a voice in the darkness, but a presence in the room. Samuel says, "Speak, for your servant is listening." The Lord says to Samuel, "See, I am about to do something in Israel that will make the ears of everyone who hears about it tingle. At that time, I will carry out against Eli everything I spoke against his family, from beginning to end. For I told him that I would judge his family forever because of the sin he knew about. His sons blasphemed God, and he failed to restrain them. Therefore I swore to the house of Eli that the guilt of Eli's house will never be atoned for by sacrifice or offering. The word that comes to the boy is not comfort, it is judgment. His first prophecy is doom, pronounced on the house of the man who raised him. Eli failed to restrain. He knew and did nothing. He rebuked but did not remove. Now the price comes due. Samuel lies down until morning, and then opens the doors of the house of the Lord. He is afraid to tell Eli the vision. The boy who ran eagerly to Eli 3 times now dreads facing him in the morning light. But Eli calls him and says, "Samuel, my son." Samuel answers, "Here I am." Eli asks, "What was it he said to you? Do not hide it from me. May God deal with you, be it ever so severely, if you hide from me anything he told you." Eli knows. He knows that when God speaks to a boy in the night, the word is not likely to be pleasant for a failing priest. So Samuel tells him everything, hiding nothing from him. Then Eli says, "He is the Lord. Let him do what is good in his eyes." Acceptance. Eli does not argue. He does not rage. He receives the word of judgment with resignation. He is the Lord. Let him do what seems good. The Lord is with Samuel as he grows up, and he lets none of Samuel's words fall to the ground. None of his words fall. What Samuel speaks comes to pass. The mark of a true prophet. And all Israel from Dan to Beersheba recognizes that Samuel is attested as a prophet of the Lord. From the northern border to the southern edge, the whole nation knows. The word of the Lord, once rare, now has a voice again. The Lord continues to appear at Shiloh, and there he reveals himself to Samuel through his word. And Samuel's word comes to all Israel. A new era begins. The boy who slept beside the ark has become the prophet who speaks for God. The failing priesthood gives way to prophetic authority, and Israel waits to hear what the Lord will say. Thank you for listening to this episode about Samuel's call. In the darkness of the night, God spoke to a boy, and that boy became the voice of the Lord to all Israel. But the judgment pronounced on Eli's house has not yet fallen. In the next episode, the Philistines will gather for war. Israel will carry the ark into battle, trusting in the box rather than the God who dwells above it.